The journey of a quilt continues. You've ironed yours, I've ironed mine. Now it's time to put them together. And y'all, the level of excitement inside of me is insane. Okay, so I'm going to take my first row and my second row, and I'm going to sew them pretty side to pretty side. But I'm going to take this clip off so that when I finish sewing it, I will know that this clip is this side and this clip is the top row. It meets the row with the next clip, so I don't get them turned around backwards. We're going to pick up 2 rows, place them pretty side to pretty side, just like this. And we are going to, you can't see my clips, can you? I'm over here talking about what I'm doing and y'all can't see it. Okay, let me move you over so you can check it out. All right, now, do you see all of my clips? There's a clip on this end of every row. Even when I ironed it, I did not remove my clips. This row had a clip right here. I took that clip off, so after I sew these 2 together, when I open it back up, I will know which piece attaches to this piece, because otherwise I'd be trying to attach this piece here and then my design would look like I want it to, or like it looks right now. So what we're going to do is pick up 2 rows just like this, put them pretty side to pretty side, line up our seams, and we're going to straight stitch all the way down. 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when we start and when we stop. Now, I tell y'all this all the time and y'all laugh at me, but pinch it, pull it, pleat it. I don't care what you have to do. Make sure your seams match, because if this seam is off, by the time you get to the bottom, one row is 2 inches shorter than the other row. We do not want that. Now, let's start sewing our rows together.
I'm only showing y'all my clip tricks because far too many times have I sewn the rows in the wrong order, and then my quilt doesn't look like I thought I wanted it to look.
Okay, here is our first 2 rows sewn together. Dun, dun, dun. My goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so now I'm turning my row around so that my clip meets my next clip. All right, I'm going to put these pretty side to pretty side, and I'm going to take this clip off, and I'm going to sew this one same way. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when I start and when I stop, because my grandma said so. And I'm going to make all of my seams match no matter what I have to do. And then I'm going to sew the next row and the next row and the next row. And then we're going to iron it and add some borders.
And I say I thought I wanted it to look because it's kind of like that time that I sewed the fabric upside down and then all of a sudden I just really liked the back side of the fabric, or that's what I said out loud because I didn't want to rip it out. And that's what happens when you sew the rows in the wrong order and you finish, all of a sudden you just really like the way that looks, or that's how it works for me anyway, because taking it apart and rearranging the rows is not my best life. But if you have a different trick to keep your rows in order, that's exactly what I want you to do. You could always mark them with some tiny pieces of paper that say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or however else you want to organize yours. I'm using the Playroom Patchwork pattern that I wrote. It's available at hometownquiltcompany.com under patterns, or you can just follow along here. I'm giving you all of the instructions.
I've sewn mine. You've sewn yours. Now it's time to iron it, and then we're going to add our borders. So easy. I am so excited. This will be the first thing that I've seen with all the little ladies' fabric together in it. And I'm so proud. This is my ironing situation. Heat resistant pad, wool mat, Oliso iron. This is the Mini Pro. They are all linked in my Walmart and Amazon storefronts if you're looking for them. I'm gonna iron my patchwork flat. I do not care if my seams go to the right, the left, open, crossed. Doesn't matter, just as long as the front of it is reasonably flat so that it quilts so pretty. Okay, I've ironed mine. You've ironed yours. Now, I have 5-inch borders. I'm going to put a 5-inch border and then a 6-inch border. My fabric is cut the width of the fabric, which just means from the top of the bolt to the bottom. And one piece is long enough to do the top and the bottom, but I will have to piece 2 pieces together to do the sides. So we're going to lay my border on top of the bottom of my quilt, or the top, whichever one, the side with 8 rows. And then we're going to sew right here down this longest side, straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when we start and when we stop, because my grandma said so.
I'm super excited about all the things that I'm getting to make with the little lady's fabric, but I have to be honest, I'm really excited about seeing the things that y'all are gonna make.
Now, I'm just gonna turn it over upside down, make sure that my quilt is flat and my border is flat, and I'm gonna take my scissors and trim my border off. And then, dun, 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 we have a border on the top. Look how pretty that is. Now we're gonna go do the same thing on the bottom. We're gonna line it up and we're gonna sew straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam all the way down this side right here. When we get to the end, we're gonna stop, turn it over, trim it off, and then we're gonna put the side borders on.
I'm doing the top border and the bottom border first and then coming back and doing the sides. But it doesn't matter. You can do the side borders first and then do the top and bottom if you want.
Now, I've got them on the top and the bottom. I'm going to open my top border all the way up. And I'm going to start here. And I'm going to sew all the way down until I get to the bottom border that's open. And I'm going to sew all the way to the bottom. So open your top border up. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop.
To be honest, I don't really know what the border rules are. It just makes it look nice to me to do the top and the bottom and both sides instead of doing the top one side, the bottom, and the other side. But really, I don't guess it matters. Do it in any order you want.
Now we're going to add our border to the other side, and we're going to have borders on all 4 sides.
This journey should be fun. Quilting should be fun. Sewing should be fun. You should enjoy the fabric that you're working with, the person that you're creating it for, and the act of actually doing it. And so do whatever makes you comfortable, whatever is fun for you. That's my rule.
Okay, we've got our 5-inch border. Now we're going to add a 6-inch border on the very outside. Look at this. Doesn't this look like a picnic quilt? So cute. Okay, I'm going to start with the top and the bottom again. And I'm going to open this all the way up. I probably should iron it, but I'm not going to. I did think about it for about a half a second. Nah. And I'm going to lay this right here. And I'm going to sew all the way down. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop. Just like we did the others.
When I first started sewing, there was so much I didn't know. Well, actually, there was very little that I did know. And I still feel like there's very little that I know. I just know I enjoy creating.
Okay, I'm going to turn it over just like I did a minute ago. And I'm going to cut the excess off. And then we're going to go to the bottom and do that side with this same 6-inch border. Oh my goodness. Now I want to go home and have a picnic. It's a beautiful day outside too.
And just my luck, I got home and the little ladies asked for a picnic. And that's just what we did. We had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, salt and vinegar chips, and cheese and crackers. It was in the front yard next to their little houses. Not on this quilt, but we'll be doing it on this quilt very soon.
Okay, so it's time to do the sides. And I'll take my piece of fabric and I kind of loosely run it down the side, and I know that it's not long enough, so I'm going to take one of my scraps that I cut off the bottom and just put them pretty side to pretty side, and I'm going to stitch right here just to make this long enough that it will make the border down the side. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and you stop, just like we've done everything else. Now we're going to open this up and lay it at the top of the border at the top, just like this, and we're going to sew it down this side, same way. And then we're going to do the border on the other side.
And then we're going to fill out the form. We're going to ship this off to Missouri Star Quilt Company, who's going to quilt it for us so that our next picnic can be on this quilt. And to have a photo shoot the end of March, the beginning of May for the little ladies so that I can have their photo in the outfit we're going to make them on the quilts that we've made for them to take with me to H&H in Chicago where I will debut my fabric. All of this is so exciting, and being able to bring y'all along for the ride might be the best part. And I know I'm talking about H&H in Chicago and y'all have no idea what I'm talking about. It's okay. I don't really know either. It's a fabric trade show where I'll have a booth decorated with all of the things that we're creating together. And in the booth will be a photo of the little ladies in their outfits. The fabric trade show at H&H is a business only show, but before that there's a consumer show the 1st through the 3rd of May. And if y'all are coming, let me know. I want to meet you.
Okay, we are done. Dun, dun, dun. So cute. All right, I ironed it. Now the next step is to have it quilted. Y'all meet me right back here and we'll continue our journey of a quilt. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher and I would love for you to come sew with me.